Step it up.
Come on, you're okay, bro. You're okay. Over here. Right here. Just hold my hand.
Ever wondered what happens when everyday heroes step up to save the day? Surprisingly enough, it was our very own unsuspecting cops who were the ones getting a helping hand. Spoiler alert, you might need tissues, not for the cops, but for those warm fuzzies. Have you ever wondered how bystanders react when the protectors need protecting? Today's compilation has the answers. Prepare to witness an incredible display of heroism as dashcam footage from a routine accident investigation in Virginia unfolds into a heart-stopping moment of bravery. In this jaw-dropping video, Officer Jessica McGraw and Officer Matthew Stewart of the Gate City Police Department find themselves facing a life-threatening situation on a highway. The initial routine scene takes a dramatic turn when an out-of-control car on the northbound side loses control, hurtling towards them with terrifying speed. Officer McGraw, immersed in her accident investigation, is caught off guard as Officer Stewart, her quick-thinking colleague, spots the impending danger. In a split second, Officer Stewart springs into action, displaying unwavering courage and lightning-fast reflexes. The footage captures the tense moment as Officer Stewart reaches out, pulling Officer McGraw out of harm's way just in the nick of time. Their patrol vehicle, parked innocently on the side of the road, becomes the epicenter of a heart-pounding collision that could have had disastrous consequences. In a heart-stopping moment of bravery, a Good Samaritan becomes the unsung hero in the battle between a determined police officer and a knife-wielding suspect. The gripping incident unfolded as Officer Sergeant Megan Paul chased a suspect down Main Street through the twists of a market parking lot and onto the front lawn. The suspect, on the run after being referred for a psychiatric hold, had escalated the situation, making it a dangerous encounter.
Right there. Stop.
Then he tried to get back in, and they wound up battling over the knife.
Sergeant Paul, displaying remarkable composure, attempted to calm the suspect who had fled from authorities. The tension escalated when the suspect, armed with a knife, tried to re-enter his truck. Sergeant Paul, determined to prevent further harm, engaged in a struggle for control of the weapon. Amidst the intense struggle, a compassionate painter named Ray Bolus, who had stopped at the market for dinner, noticed the escalating situation and didn't hesitate to step in. In a courageous act of solidarity, Bolus parked his motorcycle and approached the scene and offered a helping hand to the beleaguered officer. Sergeant Paul, recounting the harrowing moment, shared with WDIV, "We wrestled for 10 to 15 seconds. I had the knife in my hand, the handle, the butt of it. He was trying to get it from me. It was at this crucial juncture that Ray Bolus intervened, putting himself between the officer and the suspect." Bolus, in an act of selflessness, described the pivotal moment. "I put my hand on the suspect's neck and arm and told the officer, 'I'm here to help. What do you need?' At that point, she said, 'Get the knife. Get the knife.'" The video captures the humanity and courage displayed by a Good Samaritan, preventing a potentially tragic outcome. Hold your breath for the unexpected twist coming up next, a moment that even surprised the officers involved. At number 18 in a CCTV footage captured on May 29th in South Carolina, witness the incredible humanity and bravery of bystanders and officers as they come together to perform a heroic rescue after a terrifying accident. The footage begins with a chilling scene as a car loses control, colliding with a moving bike in its path. The impact sets the motorcyclist and passenger tumbling, with one unfortunate rider getting trapped underneath the weight of the car. What unfolds next is nothing short of a miracle. Onlookers, fueled by adrenaline and compassion, rush to the scene, joined by swift-acting officers. The camaraderie among strangers is palpable as they unite for a common cause: to save a life. South Carolina police officers and Good Samaritans display superhuman strength and teamwork, coming together to lift the car off the trapped motorcyclist. Check out this amazing video where 3 regular folks turn into real-life heroes, jumping in to help a sheriff's deputy who was in serious trouble on a quiet Sunday afternoon. Things got intense as a homeless man tried to grab the deputy's gun, putting both of them in danger. But these 3 brave people didn't hesitate. They stepped up to make sure things didn't get worse. The video catches the moment these everyday heroes acted fast, working together to stop the homeless man with the gun. It's incredible to see how regular folks can be so courageous and caring.
Daylight, as a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy is attacked, the suspect goes for his gun. Nearby, including a worker, ran to help the deputy.
What makes it even cooler is that they didn't just stop the bad situation. They stuck around, holding down the guy until more help arrived. They made sure everyone stayed safe until the backup showed up. It's a powerful reminder that when people come together, they can do some pretty awesome things. Here's what the deputy chief has to say.
Because there's a gun involved, and that's the deputy's gun. A big deal for me personally. I'm responsible for these men and women here. We have some of the best citizens, so it doesn't surprise me that they stepped up.
Get ready for a plot twist that no one saw coming. The next segment will challenge your perceptions and redefine heroism in the most unexpected way. Sergeant Craig Baldwin shares a heart-pounding moment from his duty when a routine foot chase took an unexpected turn. In this gripping YouTube video, Baldwin, who's passionate about locking up criminals, finds himself on desk duty, a situation he hates. The clip starts with him recounting a wild incident in Northwest Rowlett last October. As Baldwin pursues a suspect with outstanding warrants, a sudden slip sends him crashing to the ground.
A man wanted on warrants. Baldwin goes down hard.
I first thought I'd been shot.
The pain is unbearable, and he fears the worst. I first thought I'd been shot because of the pain and the feeling in my leg, he reveals. Baldwin suffered a torn ligament and a dislocated hip, leaving him in excruciating pain. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. The body-worn camera captures the entire incident, including the moment a kind stranger rushes to Baldwin's aid. A dramatic incident where a group of men came to the aid of a state trooper who was shot during a disturbance at a mini-mart. The trooper, identified as Schooley, and his partner, Trooper Sean Palmer, intervened when Damian Bradford allegedly threatened people with a pistol.
People rushing to help him stop the bleeding as police grabbed the guy who they say shot him. And now we're hearing from one of those Good Samaritans.
The criminal complaint states that Bradford violently struggled with the troopers during their attempt to restrain him, ultimately shooting Trooper Schooley. Despite the seriousness of the situation, bystanders stepped in to assist, using their shirts to create tourniquets and providing aid until the ambulance arrived.
He was just wrapping stuff around his leg. He was directing us. He was like, man, wrap it around my leg. He like needed tighter or something, man. You know, we just tightened it, man. You know.
One of the men involved, Weekly, explained how he never expected to help a state trooper, but emphasized the human aspect of the situation, saying, "He's a human man. Like, I ain't really tripping, man. I've dealt with cops all my life. I've been on the wrong side. I'm on the good side now, so it really wasn't nothing."
I dealt with cops. I dealt with cops all my life. I ain't, you know, I've been on the wrong side. You know, I'm on the good side now, so it's like it really wasn't nothing.
The criminal charges against Bradford included criminal attempted homicide, assault of a law enforcement officer, aggravated assault, recklessly endangering another person, disarming a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, and firearm-related offenses. Stay tuned to discover the jaw-dropping incident that had both civilians and cops on the edge of their seats. You won't see this one coming. 16-year-old Corian Evans from Mississippi has become a local hero for his quick thinking and selfless actions.
I don't want to grab your head, grab me.
And I was right there looking at it, so I couldn't just watch nobody die. Even when I seen a police officer, I couldn't just sit there and watch nobody die.
Corian witnessed a terrifying accident as a car carrying 3 teenage girls accidentally plunged into a river near Pascagoula. Without hesitation, he and a friend dove into the water and managed to rescue the girls who were trapped inside the partially submerged car. Describing the moment, Corian said, "I can't let none of these folks die. They needed to get out of the water." His courage didn't stop there, as local police officer Gary Mercer swam out to assist the girls but found himself in trouble. Corian fearlessly jumped back in to save him too.
I just jumped in the water. At first, I got the girl that was closest to me, and I grabbed her, and I had to swim her back to the shore.
Corian's actions have been commended by the local police chief, Brandon Ashley, who stated, "The police department and I commend Mr. Evans' bravery and selflessness he displayed by risking his own safety to help people in danger." Witness the heart-stopping moment when a regular guy turns superhero to rescue an Amarillo police officer in the line of duty. In this video, an officer pulls over a suspect with an outstanding warrant. Things take a wild turn as the suspect resists, leading to a tense foot chase and a struggle in an alley. Just when it seemed like the officer might be overpowered, a courageous bystander rushes in to lend a helping hand. Watch as this everyday hero steps up to assist the officer, preventing the suspect from reaching the officer's gun. But the drama doesn't end there. The suspect attempts a desperate second grab for the officer's weapon, firing a shot in the process. Miraculously, the officer, though grazed, remains in control. With backup on the way, they eventually subdue the suspect, ensuring justice is served. The upcoming clip is a game changer. You won't believe how one courageous decision altered the course of an entire scenario. On a regular Monday morning in Berrien County, Michigan, chaos unfolded as two men attacked State Trooper Gary Guild on the side of the road. But wait, here's where the story takes a heartwarming turn.
And attacks the trooper. A passerby saw what was happening. He jumped in to help the trooper to arrest both men.
A 50-year-old resident did something extraordinary. They didn't just stand by, they bravely stopped their vehicles, rushing to Trooper Guild's aid. Without a second thought for his own safety, the hero leapt into action, pulling the attackers away and standing strong with the trooper until he gained control. Their selfless act not only saved the day, but showcased the power of community unity. Witness the incredible bravery of everyday heroes as they come to the aid of California Highway Patrol Officer Antonio Pacheco, who finds himself in a perilous situation on the side of a San Diego road. The footage captures the aftermath of a tense struggle between Officer Pacheco and a suspect, leading to the accidental discharge of the officer's firearm. As the dust settles, you'll see Officer Pacheco bleeding and in need of immediate assistance. What follows is nothing short of remarkable. Compassionate drivers quickly pull over, risking their safety to help a fellow human in distress. With a mix of urgency and empathy, they rally around Officer Pacheco, making calls for help and providing much-needed support.
Some of those Good Samaritans cornered the suspect. You see Floriberto holding down the suspect.
Watch as the community comes together to not only tend to the injured officer, but also take swift action to detain the assailant responsible for the attack. Coming up is a heart-stopping rescue that'll leave you questioning the limits of human bravery. Witness the incredible act of bravery by John Lally, a man with a troubled past who didn't hesitate to spring into action when a Houston police officer was shot in the line of duty. Houston Police Chief Troy Finner praises Lally as a hero, highlighting the importance of giving reformed individuals a chance to make a positive impact.
Come on, you're okay, bro. You're okay. Over here. Right here. Just hold my hand.
Despite Lally's previous run-ins with the law, he proves that everyone deserves a second chance. Officer Jay Gibson was still recovering in the hospital 24 hours after the shooting, and Lally's quick thinking and courage played a crucial role in the situation. Lally, on his way to work, capture the intense moments on the Southwest Freeway, intending to provide evidence in case his job doubted his account. The video he recorded unfolds a harrowing scene showing the real and raw emotions of witnessing a fellow human being in distress. I saw that one cop get shot, and I've been shot before in the same leg, and it made me know what he was going through, Lally shares. His empathy and personal experience drove him to run towards danger, proving that sometimes the most unexpected heroes emerge from the most unlikely places. The incredible actions of William Joyner, a true hero and military veteran who works as a manager at Feeding Georgia Families in College Park, Georgia. On a seemingly ordinary day, William's quick thinking and bravery shine through as he becomes an unexpected guardian for his community. The video captures the tense moments when a suspect being pursued by the police rushes through the food bank parking lot armed with a gun. A fellow worker alerts Joyner about the unfolding danger, triggering his immediate response.
Has captured the car chase suspect on the move.
You got a gun, he in the back.
At that point, I went out the back door, chambered around.
Without hesitation, William Joyner grabs his own firearm, chambers around, and rushes outside to confront the armed suspect. The security footage vividly shows the gravity of the situation as Joyner fearlessly steps forward, holding the suspect at gunpoint until the police arrive. Hold on to your seats, the next segment will challenge your assumptions about who comes to the rescue. Watch this incredible moment where three heroes emerge from an unexpected place. In the heart of a Georgia prison, inmates Mitchell Smalls, Terry Lovelace, and Walter Whitehead spring into action when a guard, Walter Hobbs, suffers a sudden heart attack. It all unfolds during routine security checks when Deputy Hobbs collapses, unaware of his own unconscious state. Mitchell Smalls, keen-eyed and quick-witted, bangs on his cell door to alert fellow inmates.
Yeah, officer, help. Pretty much. Officer needs help. For medical en route, deputy assistance.
The whole cell block responds with a powerful symphony of concern, catching the attention of the unconscious deputy. Deputy Hobbs, thinking the commotion is about another inmate in need, unlocks all cell doors. That's when Terry Lovelace and Walter Whitehead rush to the rescue. The raw, unfiltered video footage captures their immediate and selfless response. You'll witness an extraordinary act of heroism that unfolded on a Saturday in Pennsylvania. A police officer and another vehicle collide, resulting in a catastrophic crash with flames engulfing the wreckage. Amid the chaos and danger, a true hero emerges from the crowd. Fueled by a surge of adrenaline and an innate sense of duty, an ordinary bystander fearlessly races towards the blazing car wreck.
We are so thankful that Dalen was in the area at the time. I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
But I know the value on human life, you can't replace it.
The intensity of the situation is palpable as this unsung hero navigates through the smoke and flames to reach the trapped police officer. The video captures the raw emotion and sheer bravery of this individual who, without hesitation, risks their own safety to save another. In the next clip, witness a life-saving tactic that even the officers didn't anticipate. This is a masterclass in quick thinking and resourcefulness. Don't blink. Witness the selfless actions of two passers-by that prevented a situation from escalating in Tampa. Officer Michael Collins responded to a disturbance call at the Econo Lodge, facing a challenging encounter with Luis Manuel Villa. The young man, matching the description of a suspect, resisted detainment, leading to a scuffle. Despite Officer Collins' efforts, including deploying a taser, the situation grew intense as the two grappled on the side of Himes Avenue. But wait, here comes the Hero Brigade. Cab driver Ray Freeman and delivery woman Dolores Lyle rush to Officer Collins' aid. Ray Freeman, quick on his feet, joined the struggle while Dolores Lyle, with a fearless spirit, grabbed the suspect's feet and sat on his legs to immobilize him. Together, these brave bystanders helped restrain the suspect, allowing Officer Collins to secure handcuffs. As the situation gained more attention, other citizens gathered to support, and within minutes, a second officer arrived to back up Officer Collins. The power of community and human kindness unfolded right there on Himes Avenue. Officer Collins, a 27-year veteran, was taken to the hospital for a checkup. Despite facing adversity, the heroic cab driver, Ray Freeman, was hit during the incident, but will be okay. Driving home from work, DeRose witnesses a confrontation between a much larger man and Constable Sasha Novakovich near 111th Avenue and 95A Street. Without a second thought, he pulls over, darts into action, and apprehends the aggressor, holding him until the officer can make the arrest. "I didn't even think, I just reacted," DeRose explains. "I knew if I didn't do anything, it would have become a lot worse. I was running on pure adrenaline."
He was not cooperative. He was yelling and walking away. And when I tried arresting him for obstruction.
Constable Novakovich, expressing his gratitude during a special ceremony, recounts the dangerous encounter that began as a routine bylaw warning. The situation escalated quickly, with the combative suspect charging at the officer, leading to a fierce struggle that pinned the officer to the ground. DeRose's heroic intervention, placing the suspect in a headlock without hesitation, earns him a nomination for a Citizen Award. The recognition ceremony at police headquarters is an emotional moment as Novakovich thanks the man who risked his life for a stranger in uniform. "Every day police risk their lives for strangers," says Novakovich, "but on February 17th, it was a stranger who risked his life for the police, and my family and myself are truly thankful." Think you've seen it all? The upcoming segment will change that notion. In an intense arrest attempt at La Habra, a man with a lengthy criminal history, Gilbert Antonio Villalba, allegedly tried to overpower a Bree police officer. But here's where the story takes a twist. The incident unfolded when the officer attempted to stop Villalba, who had an outstanding felony warrant, in a parking lot near a Home Depot. As Villalba resisted, a scuffle ensued, and he allegedly went for the officer's gun and taser. That's when the unexpected hero, a Good Samaritan wearing a cowboy hat, stepped in.
Intervened, but this Good Samaritan did, and now Brea police want to know who he is so they can thank him.
One Good Samaritan came over.
Caught on the officer's body camera, the video shows the bystander bravely intervening, helping the officer regain control and subdue Villalba. Authorities released the footage to find this mystery hero, aiming to express their gratitude. Bree Police Lieutenant Chris Harvey expressed, "We don't know who the guy is. He left before we could get his name. We'd really like to talk to him and recognize him for what he did." Villalba faces serious charges, including attempted firearm removal, battery on a police officer, and resisting arrest. With a history of criminal convictions, including a prior strike under California's 3 strikes law, he could be looking at a significant prison sentence if convicted. CCTV footage captures the unexpected heroism of Jamal Rutledge as he goes from being booked at a police station to saving the life of an officer in distress. As Rutledge is being processed, the unthinkable happens. The officer handling his case collapses from a sudden heart attack. Without a moment's hesitation, Rutledge springs into action, shouting and kicking a security door to alert other officers.
Defendant Jamal immediately began to kick the security fence and shouted to alert other officers in the police station.
The urgency in Rutledge's voice echoes through the footage as he calls for help. Within moments, other officers rush to the scene, realizing the severity of the situation. Working together, they start performing life-saving CPR on their fallen comrade. Witness a tense situation as a suspect tries to grab an officer's gun in an attempt to escape. But just when things seem dire, a hero emerges from the crowd. As the officer grapples with the resistant suspect, another police officer rushes to help, creating a chaotic scene.
Here comes an innocent bystander who helps take him down.
I would describe as some wrestling moves wrapped the suspect up.
The suspect remains determined to resist, intensifying the struggle. But here's where the plot takes an unexpected turn. A brave bystander, sensing the urgency of the situation, decides to take matters into their own hands. Stay tuned for the grand reveal. The mystery behind the actions of a bystander will be unveiled in the next segment. You won't want to miss the shocking truth. Watch the intense moment when a Good Samaritan comes to the aid of a Provo officer facing a dangerous situation. Responding to a welfare check at a Sam's Club parking lot, officer encountered 34-year-old Emiliano Medina. The situation quickly escalated as Medina pointed at the officer's firearm and made threatening gestures. In a shocking turn of events, Medina attempted to disarm the officer, leading to a scuffle. Despite the officer's attempts to control the situation, Medina managed to punch the officer and escape. However, the community swiftly stepped in. Bystanders witnessing the altercation took action. One hero stopped Medina in his tracks, while another bravely grabbed him from behind, slamming him to the ground. The officer, now assisted by the Good Samaritans, was able to apprehend Medina. Medina now faces multiple charges, including a felony count of disarming a police officer, as well as misdemeanors for interference, failure to comply with law enforcement, assault on an officer, and drug possession. In a world filled with challenges, these moments of courage and compassion shine brightly. We hope you've been inspired by the incredible stories of ordinary people turning into extraordinary heroes, standing up to prevent those who protect us. If you like this video, make sure to watch our other video on how a deadly man shoots a cop.